Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. This is how I would have talked about the Patrick Surtain pick if the Broncos already had a franchise QB Perna. Denver just dunked a grand slam. Patrick Surtain is the most pro-ready corner in this draft class. Great size, technically sound, defended elite receivers in college, and can start day one if needed. Denver now has 4 starting caliber corners, which I think we will see on the field all at the same time to defend against a pass-drunk AFC West. Not only was he the best corner in the draft, many believe the best overall defensive player, and we got him at 9. Nothing can stop us now. For that, I am certain. Instead, it's Aaron Rodgers or bust. Because if I have to put my money on Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater, I better start reading up on the laws surrounding bankruptcy. That said, everything else the Broncos have done in this draft, besides passing on Fields, I like. So let's review the 2021 draft class of the sex rounds. That's good sports. And the Benchwarmer Brew t-shirts are now available at BenchwarmerBrew.com. We've got 2 color options available for pre-order right now. What does that mean? It means for the next week, we're taking pre-orders, so we know how many to make, and it'll take a few weeks for us to make the shirts, because they're not print on demand. So it's about a month-ish before you get them, so just know it's gonna take a little bit before you get the shirt. But pre-order now, and if they sell well, we will have more color options available throughout the football season. BenchwarmerBrew.com is my coffee company. It's where you can get these shirts.
You like it the way this shirt, I look it, come and get it. Come and get it. When you wanna get a t-shirt, you come and get a Benchwarmer Brew t-shirt. They are $25 if you come and get a Benchwarmer Brew t-shirt. They're $25 for the pre-order now.
Alright, now some have suggested that the Broncos drafted with the idea that they could land Aaron Rodgers. I think they drafted to show Aaron Rodgers they could do a draft without pissing off their quarterback. Nobody was happier about the Broncos draft than Drew Lock. So, point for the Broncos. In a vacuum, obviously everyone should be very excited to have Patrick Surtain on their team. And it's extra funny knowing Dallas wanted him 1 spot behind the Broncos, and you can just rest easy, imagining Jerry Jones's face sinking when Denver swooped up their favorite prospect behind Kyle Pitts. That's a hypothetical, of course. The Botox no longer allows Jerry Jones' face to sink. But not ending up with the quarterback Thursday night was a gut punch.
Ooh! Ooh!
And it's not gonna feel any better until they find a way to get Aaron Rodgers or until Drew Lock is a Pro Bowler. My money is on Drew Lock becoming a Pro Bowler before a Pro Bowler. Here's the one pro from all of this. As long as Drew Lock remains the starter, the quarterback carousel graphic can't get any longer. Teddy Bridgewater starts, oh boy, ESPN. Now Broncos fans started draft day thinking they might get Aaron Rodgers as their next quarterback. And then it ended with us watching our team pass on what could be a franchise QB that fell into our laps at 9. That's like starting your day thinking you're gonna get a blowjob, which is then downgraded to a handy, and then ends after you spill a scalding cup of coffee onto your lap. Probably my coffee, Benchwarmer Brew, BenchwarmerBrew.com. Now the only reason I don't feel good about either Bridgewater or Drew Lock in that QB room, and this is the only reason, it's because I actually watched those quarterbacks play last year. Those 2 QBs led their teams to the 8th and 9th overall draft pick. And now a corner is supposed to fix that for Denver? Okay, I genuinely like Drew Lock, and I genuinely love Teddy Bridgewater. I like Teddy more than most, but I don't know how any honest football fan after watching either performance last season, can feel good about those players. At least we're not Carolina, though, who chose Sam Darnold as their new starter. One of the 2 quarterbacks on earth who played significantly worse than Drew Lock in 2020. Now, after the Broncos picked Surtain, Mike Klis went into full damage control mode. That's how you know that team's screwed up, when your PR mouthpiece has to start giving you a bunch of bullshit reasons as to why the Broncos really believe they made the right pick. Klis tweeted about how the Broncos needed to be able to stop some of the top passing offenses in the AFC West. You know what's cooler than being able to stop the best passing offenses? Being one of the best passing offenses, which the Broncos haven't been for a long time. And don't tell me Fields would have been a bad pick because the Bears drafted him. That narrative is more washed than Bears fans' 1985 Super Bowl jerseys. Remember the last guy many thought was the 3rd best quarterback in the draft, and the Broncos took the best defensive player available instead? I do. His name is Josh Allen, and we could have had a more polished and accurate version of Josh Allen and Justin Fields. Okay, I have said my piece. I've got it off my chest. I'm moving on. I'm on the Surtain hype train. I really do like Patrick Surtain and what Denver did in the following rounds. Things got sexy in the 2nd round as the Broncos traded up with the Falcons to select North Carolina running back Javonte Williams, a pick I really like. Why? Because he's been described as a violent runner, and as I mentioned last week in an episode, was a tackle-breaking machine in college, and I said I thought he might be the best back in this draft before I knew the Broncos would take him. Could sneakily be the best running back in this draft class. Con, isn't considered a great pass-catching running back. Pro, broke 76 tackles on 157 carries last year, which means he will break at least 1 tackle on every other rushing attempt. I think broken tackles is one of the most important metrics for a running back in terms of their talent translating to the NFL level. The Broncos, they traded away their 4th round pick, number 114, to Atlanta to move up 5 spots to get him. They also got a 6th rounder back from Atlanta. Now, Javonte Williams has a great nickname, Pookie. I certainly can't top that. I think both Patrick Surtain and the Williams pick are a sign that George Paton is looking to the year 2022. Melvin Gordon, gone. Bryce Callahan and Kyle Fuller could be gone after the 2021 season. Now, Javonte Williams was the valedictorian at his high school, which makes Josiah Anderson's tweet about him all the better. NFL team source just now to me on UNC running back Javonte Williams. He's the best running back in the draft. He has the ability to be a 1,000-yard rusher and receiver like Christian McCaffrey. He's as physical as Nick Chubb, as gifted as Alvin Kamara on 3rd down, and as patient as Le'Veon Bell. He is the MF truth. And since Anderson couldn't tweet that, I will translate. He is the motherfucking truth. Oh man, that sounds nice, but I didn't see Derrick Henry's name mentioned. Would have liked to see Barry Sanders thrown in there as well. Maybe Jerome Bettis on the goal line comparison? I'm not sold. Now I can tell you who didn't like the pick. That would be former Broncos running back Philip Lindsay, who posted double laughing emojis right after the Broncos traded up to draft Williams. We all love Phil. I love you, Phil, but I'd be very careful about laughing at anyone as long as you will be wearing one of these jerseys next season. Your new team, the Texans, didn't draft until the 3rd round, where they took Davis Mills because they're not sure who can be their quarterback next season. Davis Mills might be the first player to request a trade during his rookie press conference, Phil. Tread lightly. Now, the last 2 picks in the 3rd round were the most photogenic. That's Quinn, Let the Belly Breathe, Meinerz, and Baron Browning. After George Paton traded back and back again in the 3rd round, the Broncos selected guard Quinn Miner out of Wisconsin, a perfectly built human who climbed into the 3rd round after an amazing Senior Bowl. Sure, he only went to the Senior Bowl because he saw it was sponsored by Reese's. But damn it, he happens to be good at football too, and Mike Garafolo was excited for this pick.
Got the picture from the gut Super Bowl with him with the gut hanging out, or that's the Super Bowl, the Senior Bowl with the gut hanging out. This year, because of, oh my goodness, that's just, why y'all didn't show me that first?
After the Quinn Miner video was leaked, the EPA put him on a watch list. And I appreciate everyone who photoshopped him onto this Mighty Quinn DVD cover for me on Twitter. Oh, I love Twitter. Quinn Meinerz was the center for the Wisconsin Whitewater Warhawks. He's 6'3" and 320 pounds. Natane Muti, 6'3", 315, was drafted last year and was also considered a raw bruiser on the line. I have to imagine by 2022, the Broncos have two nasty dogs on the interior, busting gaping holes for Javonte to gallop through. Now, Zach Stevens noted that Meinerz will play wherever the Broncos want him to. Oh my God. Oh my God, is Meinerz our new quarterback? Ah, body by quarterback. Goal! You thought I liked Gardner Minshew. Wait till Meinerz plays quarterback. And then with the final pick of day 2, the Broncos take linebacker Baron Browning out of Ohio State. Oh yeah, now you decide to take a Buckeye, George. Not in the first round, but now, had it gone to Ohio in the first round, my pants would have been browning. Regardless, I like this pick. Baron Browning, like Meinerz, already told the Broncos he will play wherever they want him to, even kicker. So Denver got two guys who are very hungry, which I love. At 6'3", 245 pounds, this is easily the biggest Baron I've seen since that giant in the White House. Hopefully the most entertaining to watch, since Homer Simpson was the beer baron. Now Browning is an athletic freak. In fact, his athleticism rating on NFL Network was a 99, which I assume is the best you can get. The production didn't quite match, but that's where a coach like Vic Fangio gets to work his ancient Italian magic and turn BB into the perfect LB. He can run sideline to sideline, stop the run, but they could also play him as an edge rusher, which I have a feeling might be the final outcome for this pick. Now I understand some Broncos fans wanted Denver to select linebacker Jabril Cox instead of Baron Browning, giving Denver Cox, Johnson, and Chubb on defense. A fuller Cox, Johnson, Chubb might literally kill me as my head explodes from sexual innuendo. So for thinking about my health, I thank you, George Payton. The Broncos are picking 5, 6, and 7 today. I will recap that shit on Monday. So far, I like what the Broncos have done. Even the Patrick Surtain pick, great player, just didn't think it was the right pick.
Ooh! You like it the way they shoulda look it, come and get it! Come and get it! When you wanna get a t-shirt, you come and get a Benchwarmer Brew t-shirt. They are $25 if you come and get a Benchwarmer Brew t-shirt. They're $25 for the pre-order now.